Hi guys, and welcome to the Facebook live session. I'm Avanne Dubash. We'll be summing up the market action. Do tune into the video, send in your comments, send in your questions, and of course click the like button and share the video. Okay, so today was an absolutely disastrous day of trade where you had the bears which were in absolute control of the equity markets. We succumbed to quite a bit of selling pressure, and the thing is, by the time we shut shop, we were close to the lowest point of the trading session. So 129 points down on the Sensex at 33,006, just about holding on to the 33,000 mark by the time we shut shop. For the Nifty, it was down about 40 points to close sub the 10,150 mark, if I'm not mistaken. Where we closed today, that's 10,114. That was almost nearly a 5-month low. So clearly, yesterday's move on the upside was only a flash in the pan. We didn't really see any follow-through activity coming in terms of buying. Now, just to put it in a bit of perspective, the kind of rate action that was taken, the 25 bits rate hike by Jerome Powell, the new US Fed chair, was pretty much in line with expectations. It was a bit of a seesaw ride for the US markets, and it looks like we sort of took cues from that, and by the time we closed, it was at the low point of the trading session. And far worse for the broader end of the market, by the way. You had the mid and the small cap indices seeing deep gashes in trade. So many sectors in the red. Let's start off with the PSU banks that fell flat on their face. You had media as a sector which saw something like real estate, IT, even autos didn't really contribute on the upside. Infrastructure was a weak link in the session today. On the upside, a mild gain coming in for the energy pocket, and metals, they managed to gain very mildly. If you have any questions or queries on individual stocks, the outlook on the market, well, fire away. A question coming in from Abhijit on Maruti. Why did it get dragged in trade today? Well, Abhijit, look around you in terms of the overall market sentiment. It's definitely been on the downside. There's no specific reason as to why Maruti fell, but remember, a lot of the rate sensitives are coming under pressure. Now it's a question of which businesses are able to sustain the market fall, who have strong enough fundamentals to batter the volatility that 2018 is going to bring. Maybe Maruti is one stock that can definitely stand in good stead, but there will be volatile times. So today you did see that stock come under a bit of pressure. Let's get in more questions as well going. Metals and energy, those were two stocks that two sectors rather, that managed to see a little bit of recovery in trade today. Now to the Nifty losers, a long and extensive list of that. BPCL right on top of the pack there. You had HPCL, which was under pressure in trade today. So clearly the oil marketing companies are having a pretty rough ride. SBI was down about 2.6%. Wipro in under pressure. Maruti, as you just flagged off, that stock in fact ended at a level of 8,694. ICICI Bank are down and out, but remember, Kunal Bothra, despite the kind of volatility that the stock has seen, despite the kind of underperformance, he's saying that it's still looking like a strong buy opportunity. So watch out for ICICI Bank. These are based on technical chart indicators. Cipla stood out. Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, pardon me, these were all big drags in trade today. They did not stand out. Axis Bank was under pressure, Z Entertainment, as well as Ultratech Cement. Abhijit asked, do you know what's up with Tata Steel and Bhushan? Well, that's a good question because I don't think anyone really does. The race is on, things are continuing on that front, but a lot of analysts are a little bit concerned that apart from Bhushan Steel, there's also Tata Steel, which is now back in the game when it comes to SR Steel stressed assets, and we're talking big numbers, 45 to 50,000 crore rupees. So is this going to put a little bit of stress when it comes to the overall debt position? All of that needs to be monitored because remember, Chorus did not work out well for Tata Steel. So some of these acquisitions of stressed assets, they really need someone who can be at the helm, who can do a complete turnaround story. And whether Tata Steel is in the best position to do that right now, lots of question marks about that. A question on Tidewater. Sorry, Ajay, I don't really know a lot of these illiquid names. I won't really be able to help you on that. But if you have any stock-specific queries, bnsn@etnow.tv, take down that email ID and send it across to us. Some of the stocks that managed to stand out in trade today, ONGC did well, Vedanta was in the green today, Reliance Industries managed to hold its head above the green line around the 900 mark, Sun Pharma, GAIL, Hindalco, UPL, as well as ITC. Those were select outperformers in trade today. Let's talk about some of the stocks from the broader end of the market where there was such acute underperformance. Remember, the concerns about Lavasa put HCC under acute pressure in trade today. That stock absolute slam dunk is what you saw. Balrampur Chini was on shaky ground today, and remember, a lot of those sugar stocks have been looking very volatile. Jayaprakash Associates, the news flow hasn't been very positive when it comes to the home buyers case from the perspective of the company, that is. Reliance Naval was down and out. Reliance Communications from the ADAG pocket, big thumbs down. Ramakrishna Forgings was under pressure, something like DCM Shriram. Inox Wind as well had it pretty rough in trade today. So those were some of the stocks, along with Shree Infrastructure as well as DB Realty, Future Lifestyle, all of those came under pressure. Some of the stocks that managed to outperform from the broader end of the market, well, Nalco held out. You had something like a Crompton Greaves Consumer in the green. Oil India, Hexaware, GE Power, Jubilant Foodworks definitely stood out. That stock is seeing quite a bit of recovery. The consumption space is definitely one to keep an eye out on in the year 2018. You had Rallis India, something like SAIL, which I also understand is in the race for SR Steel. So those were some of the stocks on the gaining front. Let's just quickly run you through all of the movers and shakers and all of the news makers in trade today. A question coming in on Future Consumer. Well, the story is looking very strong. Brokerages have been giving this one a thumbs up. So Future Consumer can definitely be watched out for. Well, Reliance Communications was under pressure. The Supreme Court ordered a status quo. This is with respect to the asset sale. So RCOM was under pressure. Sun Pharma got the US FDA nod for one of the psoriasis drugs. So that stock was in focus. Dilip Bilkon, yet again a newsmaker. They won a new EPC project worth close to 870 crore rupees. So yes, Dilip Bilkon was a newsmaker in trade today. Meantime, you had ICICI Sec, the IPO kicking off. They're going to raise close to 4,017 crore rupees, and all of the analysts on the street seems to be giving this one a big thumbs up. Ultratech management spoke exclusively to ET now, saying that they're confident that the bid will pass the muster. Lots of question marks there with Binani. ArcelorMittal as well said that they are very keen when it comes to bidding for stressed asset SR Steel. Madhav is asking why are capital goods stocks falling? Well, Madhav, you know, the overall macro picture right now might not be all that encouraging. A lot of these capital goods stocks are very contingent on what goes on with the overall markets. So the overall rate, the overall macros right now. So clearly some of these stocks would be contingent on that. But remember, the overall market is falling. You can't just isolate it to the capital goods stocks. But I will tell you this as well. A lot of companies like L&T are foreseeing big order wins. They're seeing an uptick. So they are expecting that things are going to turn around. On the ground, there has been some incremental improvement, so the order backlog is picking up. There is a chance that, yet again, you need to be very stock specific, that some of these stocks could do well. A question coming in from Mahinder talking about the outlook on the Nifty. Well, Mahinder, one doesn't know. The question mark arises as to where will the fall abate. One doesn't really know where this fall is going to abate right now. It's going to be a choppy, a very volatile year. Crude oil prices falling, interest rate environment looking dicey, global concerns, earnings question marks, political worries, all of this is going to impact the markets. HCC tanked on the report of the Lavasa bankruptcy. The US Fed as well hinted at faster rate hikes. So that was in focus, and the Dish TV board is going to meet for the Dish D2H merger plan. So those were some of the other stocks in focus. Guys, I'm pretty much out of time right here on the session. Thanks so much for watching, and please do share and comment on the video.